Detective Jason Finch was no stranger to the labyrinth of cold cases that cluttered the precinct's shelves. But his latest find was something entirely out of the ordinary. A dusty old grandfather clock hidden in a forgotten corner of the evidence room. It wasn't just any clock, it was a time machine, a relic of an experiment lost to history. He only discovered its true nature when he accidentally activated it, sending him hurtling back to 1920, the year one of his most puzzling cases originated. Back in 1920, he found himself in a bustling city that bore only faint resemblances to the world he knew. As he adjusted to his surroundings, he remembered the file he had glanced over back in his time, Mrs. Eleanor Whitmore's unsolved murder. With newfound determination, he embarked on unraveling the mystery from its roots. He walked the cobblestone streets, questioning witnesses whose grandchildren he had interrogated in his own time, piecing together a puzzle that had baffled detectives for a century. But interfering with the past had its price. Finch soon encountered paradoxes that threatened the fabric of time itself. The deeper he delved, the more complications arose. He realized that every action he took had a ripple effect. The murderer's daughter, a key witness, suddenly disappeared, photos changed, and newspaper clippings rewrote themselves. Finch was racing against time itself, fighting not only to solve the murder, but also to restore the timeline. A breakthrough came when he overheard a conversation in a speakeasy, an incriminating whisper that pointed to a corrupt police officer, someone Finch had never suspected. Armed with this revelation, he gathered evidence, but the clock was ticking. As he prepared to confront the officer, he was ambushed. Awakening tied to a chair with the time machine looming ominously close. The officer sneered, revealing he knew Finch's secret and intended to send him someplace he could never return. In a moment of sheer will and desperation, Finch broke free, reversed the machine, and propelled himself and his unexpected kidnapper back to his own time. The disoriented officer was swiftly apprehended. Though the timeline had been damaged, Mrs. Whitmore's case was finally solved. Finch knew he couldn't keep using the time machine. It was too dangerous. But just as he resolved to retire the clock, a new, even older case file appeared on his desk, seemingly out of nowhere. Would he dare to use the machine again? The unanswered question loomed as Finch stepped out into the evening fog, the mysteries of the past calling to him once more.